So, got out the 900 yesterday, put a new battery in it, then took off the saddlebags, sissy bar, luggage rack, and the windshield. Stripped it down. So, let's see how she rides today. Oh, after riding the other one, this feels weird. This definitely feels weird. I feel naked. Without a windshield and fairing there, it really feels naked. This doesn't have the self-canceling turn signal, so I have to remember to turn the signal lights off. Roads are a little bit wet. It's been raining off and on. So on this motorcycle I put a little bit larger pulley on the front, and then the rear tire is a little bit taller than the stock tire. So it's actually the combination of the two has made the speedometer pretty close. Now the rear tire is about a little under 3/8 of an inch taller than the stock tire. I need to check the rear shocks. This thing is feeling awful bumpy. And the mirror is coming off. I need to go over this and check some things. Sure feels so much different, especially after riding that other one. So I haven't decided if I'm going to sell this or not. I may just hang on to it. It's kind of fun to ride something different. Colder out here without that flaring on there. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. If I get done with work early enough, might take off somewhere. There's no gear indicator on this, so sometimes I lose track of what gear I'm in. And the speedometer being down lower like that makes it harder to kind of keep track of speed. I have to look down too much to look at it. I like having the speedometer up higher. think I might leave the windshield off of this. I think it looks a little better without the windshield. And the saddlebags, we have the soft saddlebags, and they're getting kind of moldy inside, so either have to clean them up or get some new ones. But I may just leave them off, just leave it the way it is. I've forgotten how much the wind buffeting against your chest was. Plus it's a little windy out today. This thing holds the road pretty good though, even in the wind. The wind doesn't really blow you around that much. It's not bad. Yeah, see, the wind noise on my helmet is a lot more without that windshield. Nice thing about this, I can put both feet flat on the ground. But the seat is sure harder on this. You know, I like this bike. It's just not comfortable for long trips. It's a great bike for around town or for commuting or something would be good. But for taking long trips and stuff, no. On the 2-lane highways, it works just fine, but on the freeway, it's revving too high in order to keep up with everybody. It needs a 6th gear. Just constantly looking for that 6th gear. Even out on the 2-lane highway, sometimes I'm wanting to go one more gear. So the vibration on this is a little more than what's comfortable, and then the seat, just multiple stuff for taking a long trip. The comfort level is just not there. But for taking short trips and short stuff, 2-lane highways, around town, it's a great bike. It's been a very dependable bike. I did put new spark plugs in it last year and changed it over to synthetic oil. Like I said before, it runs noticeably cooler with the synthetic oil in there. You can definitely notice the difference. Last summer when I was running around with this in the hot weather, after I changed over to synthetic oil, you could notice the difference. But it feels so light compared to the other one. This is about 620 pounds. So it's probably a little under 600 pounds now that I took the saddlebags and fairing off. Stop and go traffic, stuff much easier on this thing. I don't know if I forgot to turn the signal light off before. That's one thing about this, I keep forgetting to turn the signal light off. The other bike has self-canceling turn signals, which comes in handy. I'm always forgetting to turn it off. These Kenda Cruise 773 tires, they have real good tread on them, and they seem to work a little better with the wet roads. They'd had the Dunlop's original OEM tires on there before, which I'm sure were not original, because we got 33,000 miles on this. I probably got maybe 2,000 miles on these tires or less. I have no idea what gear I'm in. One thing about this, it's the smaller bike, and without the windshield and everything, it makes it seem like you're going faster than you are. I'm only going about 40 right now, and it just feels like it's closer to 60. Whereas with the Voyager, I can get up 70, 80 before, and it just doesn't feel like I'm going that fast. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure how slippery these are on some of the stuff right now. Let's see. Okay, let's try some of this stuff. Not bad. The tires aren't slipping on this stuff near as much as the other one did. Those other tires, they were really slipping on this where they patched the road. These tires aren't slipping that bad. First time I've had a really chance to drive this with some wet roads. So I put these tires on in the summer and it's really haven't driven in the rain that much on this. I'm hoping that new tire on the Voyager will be a little better on grip during the wet roads. According to the reviews, it's supposed to be anyway, so we'll see. Usually on this bike, I've got to come up into the middle of the intersection. Otherwise, it may not trip sensors. I know on one of the videos, the guy made a comment about the oil at the intersection and stuff, but we get so much rain around here, we really don't get that much oil built up, except during the hot part of the summer you can. Well, most of the time it's not really a big issue here. So you do have to watch for oil in the road. And parking lots. I ran into some major oil spills in parking lots. Not too bad out right now. Been spotty rain today. Wasn't supposed to rain this afternoon at all, but it did a little bit here and there. It's supposed to be dry tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can get off work early and maybe go somewhere tomorrow. So, it's been a nice bike, but you don't have all the instrumentation. You got speedometer, fuel gauge, which is never accurate, your neutral indicator, your signal indicator, high beam indicator, 5.3 gallon gas tank, just like the other one. This one has a 15-inch back tire, 16-inch front, and the spoked wheels, so they got inner tubes. Doesn't have the ABS brakes. Only got one disc on the front instead of two, and both exhausts come out on the right side. So you got no exhaust on this side. So I'm kind of liking the way it looks like that. I may just leave the windshield and the other stuff off of there.